Hojo asleep in his chair. Well, they took the room, so I guess this is his room. Yeah, there they go. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. Theta here, back with another episode of Infinite Ryvius. First things first, we have a board, and as I said before, reorganized for the current status quo, or what I understand the current status quo to be, which is to say, we have the Orbital Security Bureau with their, well, 3 known members. We know who one of these guys might be. We don't know their actual names. And I'll describe anybody who's in a bubble together is assumed to be allies with one another. However, when it comes to like the kid groupings and everything like that, the lines are more so for me to remember or to guess at if things go wrong, who is more likely to support one another, right? That's sort of high school, just completely forgot the words I was trying to say. When you present yourself to other people, like in high school, how you want to be seen, that sort of thing. So some people are friendlier to others than are not. So if you don't see anybody connecting, or any threads connecting one another within these like bubbles, just assume they're green lines from one person to everybody else. Or are just unknown. If people have expressed a very clear allyship, say between like Fu and Airs, then I've illustrated it. If it's not shown, it's just assumed. That is what we're currently working with. I've given these 2 red outlines because they have been captured. And, well, up until last episode, they've been captured. We know that they may be being tortured. They might even be dead right now. I think I have a note about that. So I'm leaving it in this framework until further information is given. We have this Y group, or this Y crew, which I've included Pat Campbell now in, very specifically because, where's she at? Julie has taken her into the barracks of her, Caravana, and where are you? Ran. He's staying with them. She brings him up on the bridge. He's basically in this Y crew, even though he has no authority because he doesn't have any authority. The white lines don't obviously represent anything negative. They're just an unknown relationship. And there's a bunch of these guys who are just like mocking each other constantly, or, oh god, that guy's such a fucking blowhard, right? Where I don't know if push comes to shove where they will stand in an uprising, in an argument, in a fight, that sort of thing. Let's see. We have the protagonist group, because I don't know what to call the main characters that are forced to be with one another. They're definitely not full-on allies, because this fucking Yuki guy. Obviously, he's an enemy and family member of Koji, but, you know, Akumi and him just go to blows twice, and he manages to put Akumi on his ass twice while holding down Koji. I don't know, man. It is difficult. But yeah, no, that's everybody that's there. It's a slow pan by shot so you guys can see who is connected to who. If you want, go on the Discord, ask. I'll like put a printout of this up on the Discord if you want. We have, of course, the side people. Eric Campbell dead. Kiki still wandering around. Last episode they pulled the head bit off of the dinosaur costume, and we saw they had the headband, just like Kulin does. We got other people over here. I was thinking of organizing them better, but I was specifically looking for Erina Rigby and the group that she's in, the one that Yuki put her in, and those are characters I don't know the names for. I recognize there's other characters wandering around with names and such, but like Kelly the doctor guy. I don't know. Just haven't seen them, so I can't put anything to them. Otherwise, that is the board. And of course, I've got notes. Some of these are just working thoughts at the moment, but okay. Logistics. The Ryvius has enough food to feed 1,000 people for several months, which, by the way, is half the number of people that they have to feed. So take that what you will. That means the instructors. That means the instructors that were killed must have known it was there. No food keeps forever, so this thing must have been occasionally resupplied. Not much to say about the 53 latest model workships and 38 hangars, other than to say it reinforces my comment about the food, as latest model implies it being recently restocked. Yeah, so they killed the headmaster, right? The two guys that tried to take over the ship, they killed the headmaster, which I guess would imply that the headmaster would have known about this. I guess Blue might know Yuki. Yuki does his flyby nonsense to see Ryvius fully, and Blue comments, "It couldn't be." Not that there is a lot to read into there, just a connection that the Blue group hasn't displayed before. Because the only thing that's there is literally Yuki's thing flying past, and he's just staring out and he sees it and says it couldn't be. But I would also think that he would know Yuki is on the ship anyway, because he's seen Yuki before. I don't know that for certain. There's 578 kids on this thing. It's entirely possible that he hasn't seen all 478 kids. It just seems like I don't know. That's why I don't have them connected on the board. It's an odd statement. I couldn't fully parse it. I had mocked Yuki's statement last time about the Ryvius being in inertia, but I think that was just bad translation. I had said that would mean it would just be coasting at whatever speed it had been previously moving, assuming that the Gadult didn't have any slowing effects on it. Well, the dub basically says the same thing to what I'm saying, not to what I was mocking. So, one aspect of the sub being inferior in this respect. Again, inertia isn't a speed, inertia is a coasting. So, again, unless acted upon by an outside force, and we've heard that the Gadult is itself a gravitational force in some respect, so without further information, I have no idea what they're talking about. See, Yuki laughs, having seen the Ryvius in full profile. No clue if that means anything yet, but I'm making a note about it for later, if there turns out to be a reason. So, the Ryvius being even visible in space is a problem for the Orbital Security Bureau, meaning that both whoever put it in the Libra station and OSB both don't want anyone knowing that it exists. Also of note, the OSB is sending the Fourth Fleet, denoting that it has a sizable force in space, but also that there is a standing claim that the Ryvius is not an opponent that a fleet can easily defeat. Which is quite the claim. It's one ship. However, we don't know what the strength of ships are to one another in this series. In that we've only seen, was his Conrad? Yep, his name was Conrad. We've only seen his ship fail to drag the Libra Delta down. Last episode we saw the two ships go and try to attack it, and they only had capture devices, right? They didn't really have weapons that we saw being used. So, still, the world building is a little bit suspect for us not knowing how these things work. I'm pretty sure I was right before about the dual name situation. The OSB say the people aboard the Bratica, which, referring to the ship, when referring to the ship rather than something on it, meaning that the ship itself is labeled as Ryvius on the inside, but those people call it something else for some unknown reason. Those same people we see at the end of the episode using the name Ryvius, but also calling it their last resort, and accusing the OSB of covering up their actions. Of course, in this context, their actions being trying to hide the signal, the distress signal, which implies I don't know who the villain is here. Both sides could be the villain, right? Both sides could be like corporate angle bullshit. And obviously, hiding this thing inside of a trainee station, I don't know. Again, more world building required. Speaking of which, name to keep an eye out for, Shimura. I assume that could be the guys at the end of the episode who call it the last resort. Also, last resort, not last hope. Last resort. So, the Navigator rankings of the people we know in reverse order. Our main character, Koji, is 26th, the worst of the bunch, I guess. Then we have 11th place, which is Nyx, the little kid who's the friend of Akihiro, or the punching bag of Akihiro. Sorry, the punching bag of Nyx. I am just messing up one way or the other. Akihiro himself, which is 10th. We have Cullen Lucuria, aka Music Girl, in 5th place. Marco Ball, not on the board, but we've heard him before, who's a friend of Larry's, who is on the board, that's Yuki's old partner, is in 4th place. Our boy Ikumi is in 2nd place, and that jerk Yuki is in 1st place. So, the asshole who's actively beating up all of the characters that we've learned to care about is the best pilot? I don't know how to handle that. I'm going to assume, for the time being, that Koji's scars are from when Yuki tossed him through a glass door. I'll save some more unsavory theory crafting for later, in case some more crazy shit starts happening. Otherwise, I don't know what the fuck is up with Yuki. Do not like. We've already been told that the remaining Libra Delta chunks look like they are falling apart by the navigation crew in the worker pods. So it seems somewhat precarious that the OSB guys are still being held there. That the blue gang wants in and out of it for some reason would have me thinking that they are up to something there, but I have no clue what. They make it sound like they just want the access to the Libra Delta, but I'd have to suspect that they are torturing the OSB guys for information on the Ryvius. I mean, they do come back, as Charlie points out, with blood on them. And I'm using this one to also denote that parts of the Libra Delta came off last episode. Came off of the Ryvius/Bratica, which we don't know where the OSB guys are on those chunks. So, could be dead right now, could be dead next time a chunk falls off. Could be dead because the Blue Gang killed them. I said it before, but Hojo posting everyone's marks on the public boards makes me feel like it's just going to create divides among the navigation teams. If this was a normal school still, I could see the drive for competition, but in a survival scenario where we have the cafeteria giving less food to the underclassmen, I can't see it being a good thing to be able to suddenly see who you are better than, especially if you are already expecting to gain or lose something based on it. Yeah, I mean, this seems to me, Hojo seems to me to be the initial reason for if we went Lord of the Flies, right? I don't know. Nyx feels like the character who would start killing people randomly, but Hojo is definitely going to be the guy who causes it. So Koji says the man that invented a humanoid robot on a spaceship would be the stupidest man alive. Koji is voiced by Tetsu Shiratori, who has also voiced Henri Smirnov in Gundam 00 and Cy Argoyle in Gundam Seed. So, just a bit of irony there. I suppose that it's not entirely surprising that the ship with artificial gravity has gravity controls as some sort of weapon. Still not completely sure what's going on there. I mean, obviously it created like a deep gravity well, which then destroyed ships. I guess they just couldn't handle the gravity, but I don't know if that implies that what else might be going on with this ship. And my last note here, we flashed back to Yuki and Koji's house when we got the news reports about what was going on, or what was suspected to have happened with Libra Delta, and I think it occurred to me that actually feels like the most unrealistic thing in the episode. I gotta think that someone would have contacted the families of those involved before going straight to the air with the report of the possibly dead kids. I mean, unless their mom was watching the future version of TMZ or something, which famously has a record of just going straight to print or visual or whatever with news rather than caring about the feelings of family or loved ones involved. That's what I'm saying. That's why it felt unnatural to me, or unrealistic. Anyway, those are my notes about last episode. I don't think there's anything left to do but to hop on in and see what happens next.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
God damn it, Yuki. I fucking hate this guy. Yuki has like a anger problem thing. It's fucking everything up. Man, these two are the ones that get fucking messed with the most. I don't know how she can be friends with both Yuki and Koji. Like, literally, she was saying that Yuki had good things about him when she was talking to, what's her name? The girl who's sort of Yuki's girlfriend. And then Koji's like, what do you mean? And I thought back then it was like a, not a self-defense thing. Literally like a, sorry, bits of the opening are very distracting to me still. I thought it was very much an element of jealousy, right? You like my brother more than me? Not this whole, his brother's a fucking abusive prick who's been beating him up his entire life. I don't even care. Like, last episode, he sees the shirt ripping open and he has some sort of weird regret about the scars on Koji's body. Like, unless it turns out that, like, Koji killed their dad and the scars are some, like, reflection of the fact... I don't know. It is going to be hard for the show to make me feel like Koji's the bad guy and Yuki's the good guy. And I'm going to hate it if he's like, we have to depend on him because he's the best pilot or something. I'm so conflicted. Well, I mean, I'm not conflicted. I'm so torn about the possibility.
Ryvius のメインは完全な重力制御によって行われているようです。そんなバカな。事実です。
アークス理論なんて机上の空論だと思っていたけど、やはり機動保安庁の狙いはこの船。
So what is this, like the Event
そ
Horizon?
んなものを教習所なんかに隠すわけないだろ。ですがそう考えると相手の素早い対応が納得できますね。さっきのは救助じゃないってことか。おそらく。
それよりもわからないのはリバイアスが急に動き出したことよ。システムが不安定とか。
どうなるんだ私たちは。現在震度シア2 790、制御開始の予想震度890。
外壁音160アンビル、16波もリバイアスの周囲 0,002。
ブライアンソリッド。今ロード
I mean, I guess it is kind of the Event Horizon situation in that it controls itself, right?
そんな。よし、いけそうだ。重力制御のソリッドなんて初めて組んだぜ。クライスがいなきゃ3日はかかってだよ。
Like, is Purple Girl that dead guy's wife from Event Horizon?
やった、ついに見つけた。なんだ。ほら、前から気になってた W86 にあるシステムの使い方。さっきの振動なんだったんだ。ゴミにでもぶつかったんじゃない。
首だ。
Ah, you can still fucking eat it. Oh, never mind. Not off a Rafra.
好きなものあったら言ってくださいね。
片付けても終わんねえよ。たくつばいの奴ら無茶しやがって。なんで俺たちがやんなきゃいけない。
教えて、何があったの？
何がって？
コーチのこと。
直接聞けばいいじゃない。
言うわけないわよ。
だろうね。
勇気でしょ。あいつ溜め込むから。
高専さ、コージとは幼い
Yeah, like, fucking tell each other this shit. You guys are gonna, like, hide things from one another then.
ただホームステイから戻ってきた時に理由はわかんないけど2人が大喧嘩しててね。それからなんかギクシャクしてるみたいなの。
興味出てきたね。相葉浩二ってやつに。何かあった？別に。各種ケーブルに異常なし。空調も中央の指定通り稼働してる。じゃあここは終了だね。
Yeah, why would this ship need to be fixed? It was the Libra Delta that was falling apart.
引っ張ってくれるからかな。相葉君とこうして話ができるのもニックスのおかげだし、なんか楽じゃない？
楽。はっきりしないんだね君。それでいいわけ？
I was just saying that these two were, like, the same as being abused
これ
partners.
とこれとは別だよ。
別じゃないって。
でも相葉君も郁美君に引っ張られてるじゃない。
Not fair, though.
違うの？
どうかな。考えたことなかったよ。
あ、相葉君。
コージんち、幼い頃に両親が離婚してね。コージは勇気の父親代わりって感じだった。何をするにも一緒にいたし。
So Yuki resents it to the point of having the shit beaten out of Koji every time?
艦隊が安定したのはいいですが、これからどうします？またゲドルトに先行したなんて他の奴らにバレたら今度こそパニックだ。
報告はしばらく控えておくしかないわね。
パニックはまずいからな。よし、いわや再浮上。もう一度救難信号を打つ。無理言うなよ。止めるだけで精一杯だったんだぜ。浮上プログラムは今組んでますから。そうか。
どれぐらいで
I mean, one says it was hard, and the other one says, okay, doing it.
8時間あればなんとか。
そう。
照準予測フィルターと同調させます。目標を通常空間にさらすな。ゲドルト内に足止めする。爆雷発射準備。了解。爆雷発射準備にかかります。コンラッドは
I guess if
あの男のしつこさは私が一番よく知っている。
I guess if the ship gravity controlled automatically, then they wouldn't know how to fight with the controls that they have.
出力80ギガローグまで上昇。
These idiots are gonna fuck up the ship.
やったー。おめでとう。
さあ、チューンミスったか。ライオンは今日もカレーだって。
I guess hopefully there's people on the crew who could fix it.
また。
遅い。
お前さ、あの子いい加減諦めたら。
だって
Oh, the guy who said I wanted to date you to the girl with the
引っ張ってくれるからかな。
toys.
でも 相葉君も郁美君に引っ張られてるじゃない。
郁美に引っ張られてるわけじゃないさ。ちゃんと自分で考えてるし。ただいつも必ず何かが。あっ、何すんだよ。
お疲れ。
うん。
またなんかあった？
なんでもないって。ひっついてくんなよ。
何その態
What
度。
am I watching a remaster
うん。怪我。
with all the blurry shit?
そう？薬もらってこようか？
いらないって。これだよ。
Did you not get any clothes, my guy? The girls just found random clothes.
笑えねえ冗談だぜ。チャーリー、お前ら何考えてんだ。
いきなりリバイアスが動き出したらしいんだ。でも安心していいよ。僕らが船を安定させたから。
偉そうに。なぜみんなに教えない。どういうつもりなんだ。
Just missed.
それは
You may have just missed that. The headset falling apart again.
私たちの間に隠し事はなしでしょ。
実はつばいの。
ねえ、すごいでしょ。高速交通
See, I lack a proper line. I've connected a white line between her and Charlie.
フライトまで持っていく自信あるぜ。
I don't have a line to represent manipulation.
西の奴らの上位4人を貸してくれ。分かった。その件は君に一任する。期待しているぞ。
See, I already had them connected by a white line. That's what that anticipates.
いざとなったら逃げるためだよ、バカ。
Okay, already plotting against one another.
しみます？ちょっとだけね。宝泉かなり心配してた。そう、不器用だね君。組ぐらい軽かったら楽なんだろうな。じゃあそうすれば。
いくみ、お前の ID カード呼び出しやつを。
That really seems like it would hurt. Unless you don't got a lot to mess with down there.
なんの。そういやさ、ファイナって私らと一緒に入ったことないね。スバイから一人用のバスルームを使う許可をもらったみたいよ。なんで？胸が小さくて恥ずかしいからかな。あ、お尻にまだ青いあざが残ってるとか。バーカ。対立があるんだって。
What does Y know about her?
知ってた？彼女天王星のチタニア出身なの。嘘。そろそろ時間なんだけど。
They say, what does Y know about her that they would keep secret but know about? Because they're not the instructors. That's what I'm saying. Pat is a member of Y.
出力を弱めたために重力フィールドが減少。艦隊にこびりついているセンターピラーが誘拐を始めました。
何
Fucking Hojo is asleep in his chair. Well, they took the room, so I guess Hojo's. This is his room. Yeah, there they go.
奴らのせいで何人犠牲者が出たと思っている。もうすぐ浮上するし、危険を冒してまで助ける義理はない。
Well, I said before we didn't know what the weapon systems were like, but now we know that they're basically treating the Gadult as an ocean. It's called the Sea of Gadult, right?
スバイのグラン・マクダニエルだ。君たちにはここにあるシステムの習得に協力してもらいたい。こいつをだ。なんだこれ。このロボットを動かすってのか。そうだ。このバイタルガーダーをだ。面白そうだけど。
Vital Garter.
無意味じゃん。やれと言ったらやるんだ。
なんでてめえに命令されなきゃなんねんだよ。やめろって。
ごめんなさい。
こっちこそごめん。ぼーっとしてて。
いいです。私やりますから。
いえ、こっちが悪いから。
Is that Fina?
それ。
え？君、ファイナさん。
Fina, Fina, I got it wrong.
コ
But
ジさん？どうしたのその傷？
why are they in dressed up. Well, never mind. It's just like how you would attack somebody in Kerbal Space Program.
なんでこんなことしなきゃなんねんだよ。ほんとアホらしい。無駄口を叩くな。こんなものをめったにいじれないんだ。
相葉勇気。これで4度目かな。小勢組16。別に聞いてねえよ。釣れないね。同じチームなのに。勝手に入れたくせに。
Stop him beating up his brother.
ちゃん嫌うなよ。ブラコンっぽいぜ。見え見えなんだよ。態度も言葉も。万年反抗期ですって面して、一人でムカついて買ってやって他人に迷惑かけて、でもって最後に後悔する。違うか？
何決めつけてんだ。超能力者かよ、てめえは。
君に関してはそうです。
笑うね。
弟さんと喧嘩？
I mean, implying that you're reading his mind kind of implies that he's right, right? So where the hell are you right now?
結婚してさ、ずっと面倒見たんだけど、いつの間にかこんなになっちゃってさ、何かというと突っかかってくるし、もうガキじゃないくせに。わかんないんだよ、あいつの行動が。
弟さんが嫌い。
消えてほしいくらい。
I mean, yeah.
からそう思ってるの？
Guy's a fucking asshole.
一度よく話し合ってみたら。
うん。でも話す前に手が出てくるんだよな。おい、何やってんだ、やめろ。どっちにかける？興味ねえよ。
あいつはみんな持ってくんだ。ヘラヘラしながら何もかも。
だから八つ当たりか。
お前には関係ないだろ。
Oh, please let them beat the shit out of Yuki.
ふざけんな。
ふざけてんのはお前の方だろ。こっちがあの時のこと忘れてると思ってんじゃねえか。
しつこいな。お前も兄貴と同じだ。
そんな言い方しかできないなんてな。歪んでるよ、この。
Kick him in the nuts. Kick him in the nuts. I don't even care that the depth charges are on the way. I want to see Yuki get his ass kicked. Yeah, this should be proof to everyone that Hojo is not good. Although I do appreciate him slamming across the bridge. Oh, was that Kika? That would be the first time Kika's interacted with anybody.
こちら W86 ブリッジ返答しろ。何が起きたんだ。
レーダーにすごい竜の影が映ってて、上から来たらしいんだけど。
敵襲か。
Okay, did anyone see her? Was that people looking up at her?
怖い。
まさか外部からの攻撃？
ブリッジを襲った人たちの仲間？
わかんないけど、多分ね。急げ！イクミ？敵襲ってどういうことだ？
出力上がらないなんて。
整備の連中何やってんだよ。
I have to think that again, she's still mimicking the voices of the thoughts of the people on the bridge. Then maybe the whole Yuki, are you a mind reader thing is more than just a throwaway line.
重力フィールドを高めればゲドルトの影響を軽減できるはずでしょ。でもチックたち機関部に行っちゃったし、僕らだけでソリッドを書き換える間に爆弾にやられちゃうんじゃ。
状況は？助かった。手を貸してくれ。手を貸せって何するつもりなんだよ。ソリッドを解除して先行する。またゲドルトに潜るのか？どうして？
事情を説明
状
して
況を把握しろよ。
通信部位から
I'll fucking kick Yuki off the ship.
暗号受信コンラッド艇長です。
So yeah, I guess the whole gravity system is designed so that it can go deeper into the Gadol. I mean, that makes
何
sense.
としてでもブラティカの足を止める。魚雷発射準備。
複雑すぎる。
これがツバイの実力かよ。
解除した。こっちもだ。
このソリッド、まさか重力制御？
ここ。
あ、すいません。
Yeah, remember our boy Koji is literally final range 26.
抜けたのか。
隙間に入っただけだ。7分後にまた攻撃が来る。
アイスリベールに捕らえてた人たちはザリーが保護したはずだよ。ならいいけど。
They are fucking dead. Charlie ain't taking care of nothing.
付き合ってんのか。兄貴と付き合ってんのかって聞いてんだよ。
あなたコウジさんの。
質問してんのはこっちだ。
この前会ったばかりでーす。
黙ってろ。どうなんだよ。
あいつ。
ソリッドの解除が完
Oh,
了しました。
don't make Yuki also the kind of guy who's gonna steal any girlfriend too.
調べてくれ。あんたツバイだろ。自分でやれよ。
ボス困窮？
魚雷か。
死んだせって。
いや、近接進化でしょ。
もっと早く潜れないのか。
時間がありません。
魚雷って。
やめてよ。私たちが何したっていうのよ。
どうしてこんな目に遭わなきゃならないんだ。
Alright, Purple Girl, you're gonna do something here.
死ぬ。
待てよ。この船には400人以上乗ってるんだぞ。さっきのソリッドが本物なら何か方法があるはずだろ。
そうか。
あるのか。
え？
目標到達予想まであと7、6、5、4。
I guess it goes more towards making sure the Brodica didn't get away than
到達。
capturing it.
命中しました。ニュートリノピンが追うて。爆雷攻撃で機能障害が起きてます。
I mean, if they're willing to destroy it rather than
障害付近。ピンが
take it.
ブラティカです。そんな追撃する。T32 へ追い込め。
被害はありません。リバイアス降下中。予想通り、ゲドルトの影響は皆無です。
Okay, so gravity is a shield in this respect.
これほどうまくいくとは。
助かった。
Yeah, they were still alive. That's actually very surprising. Although, those could be body bags.
やっぱりリベールにいた連中を助けに行った形跡はないです。
本当か。ツバイめ。
Ooh, are we about to try and take over the bridge?
目標シア3 500を突破。攻撃限界ポイントを超えました。これ以上の作戦行動は危険です。ニュートリノバースト到達まで2時間もありません。このままでは流されてしまいますが。ブラティカから離れた強襲艇を回収し浮上する。了解。
I would really like to see the blue gang kick Yuki's ass. That would be pretty good. I guess maybe next time. God, I fucking hate Yuki. I mean, I guess I had the sense early on that Yuki might actually be a good guy, and we were just like playing him off wrong. But then there was that whole Yuki won't help try and save everybody element from like the repair side of things. So clearly he's not. And then he just rushes in and to beat the shit out of his brother last episode for like a misunderstanding. And it's like, fuck that. And then this episode, just more of that shit. Plus, turns out that he's been this way since like middle school. Because their parents got divorced. God, I fucking hate this kid. There's nobody else on the ship. Like, Hojo is a fucking annoying piece of shit, but he's not this bad.
エアースブルー、その男の登場でリヴァイアスの中が激動する。新しい秩序が俺と勇気の距離を広げてゆき、俺とファイナの距離を縮めていく。変わりゆく時が俺をもてあそぶ。これが、こんなものが運命であるはずがない。
Again, I think the purple girl is like the AI of the ship or something. But I can't help but think that she'd also... There might be a old school horror trope going on that, oh no, they put a orphan brain into the ship control or something. I don't know what the hell's going on there. Also, yeah, I guess Blue and company might take over the ship. I guess that's kind of what looks like it's going on there. Because I don't know, there's more Y members than there are Blue members, but Ayers has a gun, and there's only the one gun on the ship, and it seems like he has that. And the other Blue guys seem like they're pretty good at fighting. At least they put that up so far. Like, they helped defeat the two adults. And I don't know that the Y crew are going to fight to control the ship. Like, maybe if the Blue guys try and make them do something they think is bad. But otherwise, those Y guys feel like they're mostly about the control, and that they're good at most of it. Some of it. Hojo's a piece of shit. I think most of the white lines, when it comes to those Y members, are the people who have personality disputes, right? Hojo is a control freak who's not very good. That other guy, who I actually have a white line between him and Hojo, wants an escape plan. Like, the people who aren't thinking about everyone else are white-lined people. I think Julie is still probably the best character so far. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to put that down. No, I'm sorry. I just said that Julie's the best character so far, and I remembered that my previous debate was that Ayers, Blue, and Julie are both the best characters, and I cannot pick between them. And as bad as Ayers might actually turn out to be, he's still nowhere near as bad as what I think Yuki is, so unsure. Julie is one of my favorites. Character-wise, I love her interactions with Pat. I like her interactions with the other crew that she stays with. The fact that she's logical and figuring shit out. Good character. Ayers is very in control, and I'm intrigued. I want to see where that goes, which is keeping them on an even kilter with one another. Other than that, though, the stuff that happened this episode, I feel like it's gonna be note section for next episode, because there's a lot of it. There's a lot of breakdown. I was too obsessed with my hatred for Yuki, which I don't see going anywhere. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm just gonna have to wait, write it all out, and we'll talk about it next time. Otherwise, for this time, I have been Theta. This has been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?